Right now, DJ Carrington is looking around the room like, oh my God, I've never been in this much fire. I mean, it's getting so bad that now her endorsements are potentially about to pull out on representing DJ Carrington. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the tribe, like the video, please hype the video, because we only get just a little bit of high points over here, man. But with all of that being said,
what I'm about to walk you through is one of the wildest, most controversial stretches the WNBA has ever seen. If you figured this league was keeping its drama strictly between the lines this season, think again. We're talking a jaw-dropping officiating controversy, a star player putting her multi-million-dollar endorsement deals on the line, and a head coach completely unraveling on the sideline. Caitlin Clark just delivered a reality check that sent the entire WNBA front office into damage control mode. Don't you dare click away, we're laying it all out. Let me paint the picture for you. It's August 8th, 2026, and the Indiana Fever are on the court against the Chicago Sky. Physical play has already been a defining storyline across the league this season, but what happened in this particular matchup pushed things into genuinely dangerous territory. Early in the first quarter, tempers are already simmering. Sophie Cunningham breaks free on a fast break, cruising in for what looks like an easy layup, but DJ Carrington isn't willing to let her get an uncontested bucket. Carrington closes the gap from behind at full speed and delivers a brutal blow, catching Cunningham squarely around the head and neck area. The force of the collision sends Cunningham crashing to the floor even as the ball drops through the net. Cunningham springs back up instantly, visibly enraged, and marches straight towards Carrington, shoving her as players from both benches rush onto the court to separate them. The arena erupts into chaos. Officials head straight to the replay monitor to break down the footage, studying the angle, the speed, and whether there was clear intent behind the contact. What they see leaves them no room for debate. The refereeing crew determines there was a wind-up, significant impact, and a follow-through on the play. Given the severity of the contact to the head and neck area, they upgrade the call to a flagrant foul 2. The ruling stands, and the consequence is immediate. DJ Carrington is ejected from the game on the spot. Fever head coach Stephanie White backs the call, agreeing it was a hard, unnecessary foul that justified the ejection. But if you think that's where this story wraps up, you couldn't be more wrong.
I know you study psychology. Furthermore, I'm the last thing from ignorant or asinine when it comes to speaking on white privilege. Do your research on that one. I actually went to school, one of the top universities, might I add, to educate myself on this exact subject. I would never use that term as a rhetorical weapon, knowing the historical and social weight it holds without having the proper evidence to sustain it. So she's replying back to Speakeasy. So what did Emmanuel Acho and them say to kind of garner her to go off like this?
DJ Carrington made a basketball play, and the refs made a basketball ruling. So can we stick to basketball for a moment? Basketball play. She was attempting to go for the ball. At least she said so. She missed, and she missed egregiously. She missed, and she flagrantly hit Sophie Cunningham in the head. Now, flagrant 2, by definition, if you hit somebody with so much force that it could lead to injury, and if it doesn't appear to be a play on the ball. Though DJ's intention was to play the ball, her impact...
Just minutes after her ejection, Carrington didn't stay quiet in the locker room. She took her frustration public. Mid-game, while play was still going on, she fired off a 2-word post that instantly ignited a firestorm online. White privilege, tagged directly at the Indiana Fever. Within moments, the internet was ablaze. This was no longer a conversation about a physical foul between two athletes. It had suddenly become entangled with a much bigger, ongoing cultural flashpoint that had been simmering beneath the surface of the league all year. Adding fuel to the fire, Sophie Cunningham had already built a reputation this season for being outspoken about controversial topics away from the court. Almost immediately, fans split into 2 opposing camps, arguing fiercely across every platform. A large portion of the fan base pushed back hard, accusing Carrington of applying a glaring double standard and calling on the league to step in and hold her responsible. The fan base was fractured and emotions were running high on both sides. And that's really just the beginning, because this controversy didn't stop at the league office. It reached all the way into the business world. Back in 2025, Dejanai Carrington had landed a significant multi-year endorsement partnership with Reebok, a major milestone in her career. That deal is now facing real pressure. Thousands of frustrated fans have been flooding Reebok's social channels, calling for boycotts and pushing the brand to cut Carrington loose entirely. To stay fully accurate here, as of right now, Reebok has made no official statement about ending the partnership. Still, it's hard to imagine the company isn't feeling the weight of the backlash internally. The media coverage has been unrelenting, and Carrington now finds herself navigating a genuine reputational crisis with a substantial share of her income potentially at risk.
He has going on from these players. And I'm telling you right now, more players need to lose brand deals when they do stupidity, especially to Caitlin Clark. I don't know who the hell Alyssa Thomas got, but she got somebody. And I'm telling you right now, them brand deals need to be affected. And possibly, I believe all of these little incidents that has been happening in these games got to be affecting these players' brands, because Reebok is, from what I'm hearing, they close to pulling out on Dejanai Carrington. Let me show y'all something real quick. Oh yeah, this is very much true. This is super duper real, and I love it. Oh my God, I love this. Oh yes, yes, yes. Hit them where it hurt. Hit them in the pockets, bro. Now, this is a report that has come out. Let me blow it all the way up for y'all so y'all can see this. It says, perfect. Good job, Reebok, for having morals clause in her contract and enforcing by pulling it. Carrington is a bully that the league apparently is protecting. Wake up, WNBA, before someone get really hurt. You'll get sued because we Americans won't stand for the abuse. Now, it states here, Reebok is reportedly dropping their endorsement for Dejanai Carrington after she attacked Sophie Cunningham.
But the basketball gods clearly weren't finished with this game, because there's still the officiating meltdown that nearly derailed Indiana's entire season to get into. Jump ahead to the third quarter. Caitlin Clark is out there navigating the relentless physical defense that's become the norm for her every night out. In one chaotic sequence, she's pushed out of bounds by Chicago's Natasha Cloud. Stumbling to regain her footing, she inadvertently makes contact with an official. The whistle blows immediately, and a technical foul is called on Clark. That technical marked her 8th of the regular season, a number that triggers an automatic, mandatory one-game suspension. Panic instantly spreads through the Indiana bench. Suddenly, the very real possibility of losing their franchise point guard for the Fever's next matchup against the New York Liberty is staring them in the face. The crowd erupts in boos loud enough to shake the building. Head coach Stephanie White is furious. She picks up a technical of her own, arguing the call, insisting to the officials that the contact was nothing more than incidental, the kind of thing that happens when a player is flying out of bounds at full speed. Online, fans are accusing the referees of bias, claiming they're actively working against Clark during her historic rookie season. But that backlash only stirred up more attention, because Clark herself had reached her limit, and she handled it with composure. Rather than simply venting to reporters, she delivered a pointed, direct message to the league. In her post-game interview, she explained that the referee had claimed she ran into her, but Clark said she'd already reviewed the replay and was comfortable leaving the final judgment to the league office. She was clear that the contact was unintentional and that there had been no heated exchange of words in the moment. It was a calm but firm statement, one clearly aimed at pushing the league to take a hard look at how these calls are being made.
On the other hand, you are sitting here trying to play as if you're a victim and the people are just intentionally looking for a reason to attack you. Oh no, the people just are looking for a reason to divide us. No, oh no, it's not because I don't stand up for the players on my roster. That's not why. What? Now you're trying to make yourself a victim.
Another keeping the main thing of understanding that there are a lot of folks out there who want to divide us, that there are a lot of folks out there who want to create more challenges for us. And in our locker room, we do a really good job of keeping that outside the locker room, and pulling for one another. I mean, you guys see it. The vibes are always pretty good in here. I'm proud of them for that. And I think, outside of even just the sport and outside of the job, it serves great life lessons for us as well.
Yo, this lady needs to be fired. She's horrible. She's absolutely horrible at her job. She's not a leader. She does not have her team's back. It's disgusting. And she's sitting here now trying to play victim. Oh, no, these are just people trying to divide our locker room. No, you divided the locker room when you decide you want to back Alyssa Thomas and Dejanay Carrington over Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham. Two dirty ass plays happen. You don't want to call it out. We know why. I know your alliance to them with the Leonard Mafia. I get it. But don't make it seem like people are making things up to divide the locker room. Knock it off. Have some accountability for a change. It's disgusting. Dan Dockett sounded off on her.
I've never seen this in my life, going back to fifth grade when I started playing basketball. A coach not defending her own player when an opponent clotheslines them, bloodies their face, and basically starts a riot by cheap-shotting their own player. And the coach defends the assailant. What are we doing now? Remember, Stephanie White is the dimmest of dim. She has this look about her when she speaks. Stephanie White said she wasn't educated enough to know the difference between a dick and a pee-pee. Well, she was married to a dude and I think had a kid, so she knows what the pee-pee is. And she's scissoring with at Salters lady, Lisa Salters, so she knows what the vajayjay is, but she's not educated enough on the biology. This one.
But let her tell it. We're just trying to divide the locker room. She got on camera and did and said these things. She got on camera and stood up for Dejanay Carrington, not Sophie Cunningham. She got on camera and stood up for Alyssa Thomas, not Caitlin Clark. She got on camera and said she doesn't understand the scientific method and the x-axis and the y-axis and how x plus y equals z, because that...
Facing serious backlash, the WNBA front office moved quickly. League officials headed back to headquarters, pulled the game footage, and broke down the collision frame by frame. In the end, the league reversed course entirely. Just hours after the final buzzer, a WNBA spokesperson confirmed that Caitlin Clark's technical foul had been officially rescinded, wiping out the suspension along with it. It was a rare and significant win for Clark, and it put the league's in-game officiating under a harsh spotlight. And here's the part of this whole saga that stands out the most. While Carrington remained caught up in an online firestorm in a fight to protect her sponsorship deals, Clark and Cunningham responded in a completely different way. They tuned out the noise and let their play do the talking. No tweets, no back and forth online, just results on the court. The Fever came out on top in that tense, chaotic matchup, winning 90-86. Clark finished the night with 26 points and 11 assists. While chaos continued to swirl around the Chicago sky, the Fever stayed locked in, racking up wins and continuing to break viewership and franchise records at a pace the league has never seen before. The business side of the WNBA, along with the drama playing out behind the scenes, is shifting faster than ever, and fans are increasingly the ones pushing for accountability. So now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Should Reebok cut ties with Dejanay Carrington over this controversy? And was Clark justified in calling out the league's officiating the way she did? Let us know your take, and don't forget to hit subscribe.